Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, now. Okay, bada bing, bada boom. Pause, pause, double pause. Okay. All right. No, not muted, just some guy. More like I forgot to plug in my mic. Anyway, hey guys, welcome back to the weekly reaction to UnOrdinary, brought to you by the one and only Uru-chan. But welcome, just some guy with a mustache. Welcome, Minaj. Welcome, Felipe. Guys, we're here.
Here's everything I eat in Japan.
Anyway, yeah, UnOrdinary. We're here. It's looking good. It's great. So, yeah. Last week on UnOrdinary, we had... Welcome, Daniel. Welcome. We had John teaching yet another self-defense class as part of the safe house. Before that, we saw him walking down the halls of Wellston, hearing some students talking about Blake, Sarah, and Remy still being absent from school. Blake and Remy are absent. Sarah has basically dropped out. Welcome, Miriam, welcome. But, yeah, so they were talking about them, and John, hearing that conversation, hearing Sarah get mentioned, brought up and thought to himself that he still has access to his ability. Welcome, Solo, welcome. Yo, I hope you have fun, but good luck, buddy. It's hard. It's a hard series. But yeah, John mentioned that he still has access to half of his ability, wondering if there's something wrong with him. We clearly know why that is. Welcome, Gerald. I agree. But anyway, cut to John teaching the safe house self-defense class. Students were clearly getting impatient, and they wanted him to teach them about how to make their ability stronger. And they were kind of like, "Hey, you're the Shadow King, man. Like, teach us how to apply our abilities. Like, it's not like people are gonna like fight hand to hand in real life." And John was just like, "All right, fine." Then he went up to one student, Wyatt, who we've met for the first time, and he just said, "Who's the strongest? Who's the person you think you can beat in this class?" And Wyatt ultimately said, "I don't think I can beat Sherry, who's the ponytail girl we met a few times." Anyway, so but yeah, so he has a demonstration outside, and we have a very quick demonstration match between Sherry and Wyatt, where Sherry easily gets the upper hand on Wyatt, and then John steps up and just says, like, "Okay, fine, let me show you how it's done now." And he gets Sherry on the ground with the demonstration that he used with the parry combo that we've seen him teach a lot of people. And yeah. So, after that, he kind of tells them, gives them a bit of a demonstration, and he ultimately says, once you master the basics of fighting, then learn how to apply your ability to it, and that's when you'll see improvement. So, honestly, really cool. Like I said in the review and discussion, I love seeing John as a mentor because John clearly knows a lot. Anyway, the Bureau of Authority then made a public announcement with Waluigi motherfucker, basically announcing Spectre as a terrorist organization to the public and saying, "Hey, we're going to start investigating this." And honestly, like I said, the announcement is fair because Spectre is a threat to the public. They are Spectre is also causing disappearances of high tiers. The authorities are murdering high tiers, but like Spectre is also a threat too. And honestly, I would say probably just as big a threat as the authorities are. Anyway, but hearing that, they kind of give the whole bullshit, like, we're looking into this, the safety of the public is our greatest concern, and William, seeing this at his home, loses it and throws his TV remote, breaking his TV, furious because the authorities are clearly covering up things and doing awful shit too, because as William says, they keep taking from his family. His wife, they break his son, and they silenced him when he wrote UnOrdinary. And he remembered Jane's words saying, when she in her letter, saying that she has a gift with words and he should never stop sharing them with people. So he decided, I'm going to write something. And write something he did. We don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. But we do know. We do know it had to be something crazy. So, should be live now. So here we go, guys. Here we go. So, pirating content. Oh, wait. Why was I reading that? Why was I reading that? Welcome, Kyle. Welcome. Glad you're here. But oh, shit. John's reading UnOrdinary. Or, okay, we're in John's room. Okay, like I said, we're probably... This is what William published. This is what William published. He retyped out what he remembered from UnOrdinary like he did for John. And he published it. Here we go. I'm calling it. So, John, has his hair gotten longer? Is it like growing? Well, you don't usually, I feel like you don't usually see that in shows where like hair grows, like, you know, and like it shows and everything. Well, except for an Avatar. And anyway, so John, UnOrdinary by W.H. Doe. And John just ... Door clicks open. Oh, he hears the door open, and he opens the door, and Blake's back. Oh, you're back. Hey, John. Are you alright? Eisen told us what happened. Yeah, we're fine. We had a lucky break. You two are with Doc, right? How did you know? He helped me and Sarah out not too long ago. Oh, yeah, that's right. Serafina was there too. And we got to meet her sister. And John's just like... And honestly, this isn't that big of a deal of a character trait. But I love the consistency that Blake just can't fucking keep shit. And honestly, Blake might be everyone's biggest downfall because he can't lie. He can't keep a secret. Anyway, John's just like... And Blake's just like... Wait, did I just let it slip? Shit! That was supposed to be a secret! Don't tell anyone! Jeez, it hasn't even been a minute since you're back. You better not leak that shit to anyone. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go see Eisen. Betty's worried about us. Oh, I thought he was gonna say something else. He's just like, God damn it. Anyway, John just ... So, she's staying with Doc and Layla. Feels like it's been forever since we last seen each other. I miss her. Ah! My boy. UnOrdinary episode 308. So, knock at the door. Eisen just kind of like, hey, we're back. And Blake and Remy. And Eisen just rushes and hugs them. You guys, you're okay? And both of them smile and just pat him on the back. Man, am I glad to see your beautiful faces. You have no idea how worried I was. Now get your asses in here! And he pulls them both in and they're just... Ugh. Okay, here's the deal. We suck at this vigilante thing. And both of them just kind of look at each other. Can't really argue on that one. We almost lost our lives again! We can't be acting stupid out there. No more jumping in without... Eisen's down. Is Eisen the plan guy? No more jumping in it. This is also crazy considering that, like, Eisen knows that they know. Is Eisen just saying, fuck it at this point? They already know my face. What does it matter? No more jumping in without warning. No more getting ambushed. From now on, we make a plan, when we make a plan, stick to it. We need to stack as much evidence as we can against these people. Luckily for us, Kuyo managed to save most of the footage we took. Remy, do you still have the amps with you? Actually, we left them behind. They're with Doc. He wanted to run some tests on them. Doc, so that's how you two survived? Hey man, you're pretty fired up about this. I thought you were going to quit on us for sure. Well, I was, but it's too late now. Arlo told me the authorities have known about us for a while. After what happened with Brims and Fury, they're not going to let us off easily. Remy, Arlo is helping us? At least for now, I think we can trust him. He's going to see if he can get any other information from the Bureau. In the meantime, and both of them nod, what we should figure out is what to do if worse comes to worse. Are they going to go on the run? Because they can't. They can't. Remy is the teammate who just goes, I got it, and she does not have it. Remy is the one who desperately wants to rank up, but she's trash. Anyway, fair points that Ison's making, honestly. They can't stay with Doc, so they're not just gonna go to him. Will they run away with... I almost showed the episode. God damn it. Anyway, they can't stay with Doc. Like, no way. Like, they're just gonna... They might still stay in contact with him, but anyway. In the meantime, we should figure out what to do if worse comes to worse. So, walking away. Wait, what the fuck? What are you doing here? Hello? Nani the fuck? Why is she back? Okay. So, we have Oriel, bitch, and we have Maylee, the bitch from Agwin. When was the last time we hung out like this? Right? Anyway, beep. Do you have time to talk right now? Hey, no phones from... Oh my god. No one cares! Why? Yeah. Drinks first, then karaoke. Let's go to that play. I don't care. Arlo's still tired. Sorry, I'm busy. Good, you're busy. That's great. Bureau of Authority. Good afternoon, Val. You need something from me? How's the Welston case going? Great. I'm still gathering materials, but I should have everything done in a few weeks. You said you had the last piece of evidence. Okay, I guess. Another few weeks? That's much longer than we were expecting. Tell me, Cassandra. You're not slacking, are you? No, of course not. Vaughn's crimes run deep, and I want to be as thorough as possible. Cass, you're still new, so you have a lot to prove here. Simply being thorough isn't enough. You must also be fast. And Cass is kind of like, ... Well, that's true. She doesn't have bags under her eyes. Look, it's justified. A lot of us have very high hopes for you. Please don't disappoint us. And she just passed. I understand. I'm working on multiple cases while running my own team, and they think I'm slacking? The tiniest seed has been planted. The tiniest seed has been planted, and that's all we need for her to switch sides. Department of Anti-Corruption and Transparency, ACT. Are we gonna see Zeke? Oh, right. This is Arlo's. So Arlo's just working like... I heard they're pretty desperate for intel. With both Ember and Spectre on the loose, people are losing faith in the Bureau. Problem is, Spectre seems to be more mysterious than Ember. And Arlo just kind of hears them. Of everyone here, I'm the only one who knows anything about Spectre. I bet any information on Spectre could probably land us a nice bonus. Arlo, don't be that stupid. Don't. Arlo brought up before, it's going to be a long time before, it's going to take multiple promotions, major promotions, for him to get access to any information. On the other hand, in Arlo's defense, if he does do this, it could stop Valerie's suspicion that he was the one who tipped off Serafina. if he does it the right way. That's honestly tricky. Because on the one hand, like, Arlo, like, it'd be really stupid of Arlo to do that, and it would set everyone else back. It would set Sarah back a little bit. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. It could also incriminate him, though, because people would think, well, how did you get this information? Oh, man, he's in a tough spot. Okay, here we go. So, hand on his shoulder. She's like, Arlo? Didn't think you were one to give in to gossip. How does she sneak up on me every time? It's kind of hard to ignore. Since the press release, Spectre's been a hot topic here. And I can't tell if he's just getting more tired or if it's just the same tiredness. Though, I'm not sure why. This anti-corruption department, Spectre's got nothing to do with us. Best not let this nonsense distract you. We've got plenty of other work to do. And he kind of noticed she seems a bit upset today. Not her usual cheerful self. Hey, Cass. Is everything okay? Just a couple of cases that the higher-ups are hounding me to finish. You know, the usual. Well, if you need a hand with anything, I finished my homework early today, so I've got time. All right, if you insist. And so he's like helping her out and everything. Building rapport. Nice, Arlo. He's gonna convert. Arlo's gonna convert Cassandra, and honestly, that's cool. You finished with the reports I asked you to write? And you're just stretching. Here they are. You're a strange one, Arlo. Most kids your age can't wait to go home. Thank you. Yeah, here you are, working overtime. He's getting intel. According to these case files, the headmaster has been pushing back the Bureau's advances, which means those three still have some time before the authorities get to them. Cass has been working on Vaughn's case since before I arrived. Why is she so adamant on taking him down? Cass, I've been wondering. The junior you mentioned who was killed, what was his name? Oh, his name was Ray. Did you say Ray? That's right. He would have been in his last year when you first entered Wellston. Yeah. I feel like Cassandra should have brought this up a lot sooner. That's kind of weird. I feel like she absolutely should have brought this up a lot sooner. No! She especially should. Because Ray was there her senior year, and Kuyo was there. So she should have been like, it's not too strange for, like, someone like, that little goofball. I still can't believe he grew to be so strong. All my money was on Kuyo. Very proud of him, though. And Arlo's agitated. Kuyo. Hey! What's up, little asslo? Kuyo was a prick! So, just walks up to Arlo, just hits him on the head. Kuyo was kind of like Zeke, which still leads me to believe maybe Kuyo is Zeke's older brother. That damn prick. I hardly got to relax that year. I spent the entire time stopping all their fights. You two come with me to see the headmistress. And she's holding Ray by the jacket, and he's just like, Rut-row. It literally says Rut-row. And Kuya's just kind of like head down like, Ray was a go-getter and annoyingly persistent. But there was something about his energy and attitude. I couldn't help but smile when he was around. And Arlo's smiling. I see even you were a fan of him. What? I'm not surprised. He really had a way with people. I'm afraid I still don't understand. Why do you think Vaughn is to blame for his death? Don't get me wrong. I think the headmaster should be punished for resisting the Bureau. And for assaulting our officers. But I've known Ray for a long time. And he loves to stick his nose in other people's business. don't you think he would have become a vigilante regardless of who was leading Wellston? And Cassandra just ... If you really want justice for Ray, then shouldn't Ember be your target? Thank you, Arlo. That honestly might have been the best Arlo moment in the series. That was great. I have no complaints about that. How is Cassandra going to respond, though? You're right. Unfortunately, the Department of Anti-Corruption isn't authorized to touch cases relating to Ember. The only way to access them is through a promotion to anti-terrorism. Honestly makes sense. Okay. From an outside perspective, as a resident, as a person in this universe, that makes sense. What Vaughn is doing technically probably would fall under anti-corruption. What Ember is doing would definitely, and Spectre would definitely fall under terrorism. Clearly, we know that's bullshit because Ember is terrorism and the government... Actually, is it terrorism still if it's the government doing it itself? I don't know too much about law and all that shit. I grew up in America. We don't get taught that. I also didn't attend college for more than a semester. But anyway, yeah. It's through a promotion to anti-terrorism. In the meantime, Vaughn isn't faultless. All right, break time's over. Let's get back to work. There's still a bit of hesitancy in her, which is fine, which is understandable. But Arlo noticed it, just like, Ember cases wouldn't be off limits if people knew it was funded by members of our own government. UnOrdinary episode 208. End. Honestly, good episode. Great episode, honestly. Really good. I love John. I'm going to go with John still hasn't read UnOrdinary. He was probably going to... Well, here's the thing, Tube. Here's the thing. Like, yes, the world's populace is only 2% of high tier, god tiers, high tiers, and cripples. Here's the thing about that, though. Hold up. Let me pull up the math. Let me pull up the math. Felipe, I think, cause here's the thing. Here's the thing. What am I trying to say? Fuck. Spectre, yes, they're trying to take over the government. They're trying to regain control. That's their goal. But they're still going about it in really twisted means. And they should still be classified as terrorists. They are kidnapping people. They're recruiting to overthrow a government. And they also have no problem with hurting children to do it. Like, that's... Spectre's definitely a terrorist organization. But yeah. Okay, hold up. Tube Noob. So, the world populace is like 2% of high tiers and god tiers and cripples. So what's our world populace right now? The world population for us, as of 2021, it's definitely increased by this point, is 7.888 billion. But Orin has the most pull in Spectre. We can't be honest. And Orin is also like doing some shit. Now, let's be fair. I will lower that amount even to 1 billion. A populace of 1 billion. But let's go ahead, 2%. That's still 20 million people that are high tiers, god tiers, or just flat out don't have an ability, unfortunately. Yeah, it's really fun. Like, okay, I think the Elaine scene is supposed to be an Arlo moment because Arlo wants to apologize to Elaine. But it's kind of funny that once again, Elaine just wastes screen time. She just wastes screen time again. And it's like, okay, cool. Like, also, hold up. Hold the fuck up. Oh, 3. Oh. The girl's weaker than Elaine. I thought she was like an elite tier. No, she trash. Melody is a 3.1. Anyway, it's definitely her. Is it the same eye color? I'm gonna check for eye color. Eye color check. Eye color check. Also, I just realized that the girl that Elaine's with, okay, it might not be Melody. I'm pretty sure it is, though, because she's got the same hair swirl as before. Her hair is a shade of pink, though it is different from when we originally saw Melody. But yeah. Anyway. I think she was one of Elaine's friends, Solo, because it looks a fucking lot like her. The eye color's different, though. It's been a long time since we've seen her, so maybe Uru changed her up a bit, but it's the same hairstyle and everything. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good episode, Miriam. There's not too crazy of art, but if you want to support Uru... But she got the same hair spin. She got the same hair floofy. Anyway. Yo, kill off Elaine. Give Arlo development from it. Do it, Uru. Do it. Do it! The world will be a better place. But anyway, it's really funny that, like, Elaine is in an episode again, And her actual contribution to it is nothing. And honestly, that the scene itself isn't bad. It's in character. It's in character from her and Arlo's last conversation. She's just like, hey, I don't want to impress you guys anymore. I just want to focus on my friends. Bye. Call me if you need me. Sure. Like, if you need something, like, you can reach out to me. That's understandable. I would say, Miriam, there's not too much of an information drop on this. But anyway, like, Elaine's just like, I want to focus on my friends. Like, bye. And Arlo clearly kind of felt like a little bit bad about that. We can see that. We can see that Arlo is kind of like, I probably did something bad. And now Arlo is like, hey, I want to talk. Like, let's talk about this. And Elaine's just like, I'm busy right now. Honestly, that's fine. Totally fine. It's fine. That's a good interaction. Elaine is, in a roundabout way, kind of standing up for herself. But at the same time, like, that ultimately went nowhere. Arlo doesn't even think about it at work. It's, like, not brought up for him. He's focusing on his conversation with Cassandra and everything. So I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? What is this? What actually is this? I don't know. It's just weird. It's just weird. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The thing is, though, so, you know what? Hold up. Let's pull up that episode. Does he actually assault Vaughn? Does he actually? Because he definitely charges him. Arlene's ship would be weird? Absolutely. Like, I don't like her. Elaine deserves a hell of a lot better than Arlo, though. I've said this multiple times. Okay. Yeah. You're right, Solo. You're right. He did grab Vaughn, and he did activate his ability too. But yeah. But I don't know. The Elaine scene is really weird. I'm really just kind of like, why? It didn't contribute anything. It didn't. Arlo doesn't focus on it at work. Elaine scene's not important. Good job, Elaine. You didn't put everything aside. You didn't put everything else aside for a guy who doesn't even like you. Good on you. The John scene was cool. John and Blake talking. I've said this before. I really like that they're cool and they're willing to talk. Like, that was definitely, for me, that was definitely a moment of, that was John's moment of, hey, if you need help taking them down, I got you. Not really. But it was similar. Kind of like John just checking in on Blake, like, are you good? I heard what happened. Like, Eisen told us everything. And, yeah. Now, the Eisen scene. The Eisen scene actually really surprised me when I initially started it. Like you guys saw, though, I was kind of like, okay, Eisen just kind of like, fuck it. They know about me. What does it matter at this point? I'm going to die anyway. So, like I said, Eisen always fears for his life. But when push comes to shove, Eisen says, I don't fucking care what happens to me. I've got my friends back. And honestly, Eisen's not my favorite character. But that's awesome, Eisen. That's great. Honestly, good shit on you, man. Now, That was that. Arlo at the bureau. I do think it's possible he might drop some Spectre information to get a promotion. Get that promo, you know? But he was able to help out Cassandra, get some more information for everyone else. And that the conversation between him and Cassandra was honestly really nice and endearing. Because Ray's dead. Ray's fucking dead. But we still get to learn more about him through other characters talking about him and, you know, flashbacks and stuff. And honestly, I really want to see the next Ray side story. So, yeah. It's also kind of weird that, okay, I'm going to say this. I feel like Uru might retcon Ray's level. See ya, Miriam. See ya. I feel like she might retcon Ray's level. Because from what it seems like Cassandra puts here, it seems like Ray really did surpass Kuyo. So Solo. Shot in the dark here. I'm going to say that they might have always been friends, but kind of just very different views of life. I think it might have been like a Hashirama Madara situation. But of course, it ended a lot better because Ray told Kuyo about UnOrdinary. And UnOrdinary clearly really had an effect on Kuyo. So, yeah, I feel like they might have always been friends, but just kind of because the thing is, in the Ray side story, yes, Kuyo is kind of like, hey, you betrayed me. You're on your own now, man. And Ray's kind of like, whatever, I'm gonna do my own. He pulls a Miles Morales and is just like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. What do you say specifically, Kuyo? Okay. This shit right here. Let's go. Finally showed where your real loyalties lie, huh? You better watch your back from now on. I won't let you off the hook just because we're roommates. Kuyo. I tried my best to support you, but all you do is push other people around. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. So from now on, I'm doing things my own way. Honestly, this confrontation does have a lot of like, oh, there's something going on there. But they're not just flat out saying that they hate each other now. It's just they both have different views and everything. Kuyo might have had shitty parents, honestly. Kuyo might have had shitty parents. Parents that might also be tainting their son, Zeke. But Holst the fuck up. Exactly, Tube. Exactly. Arnold, what do you look like? What does this Arnold bitch look like? What's your... what? there's no way. No, I'm tripping. Anyway, I think it's definitely possible that Zeke and Ray might have always been friends. They just kind of had different views, and that obviously created conflict between them. Now, yeah. But also, I do like that this episode definitely shows Arlo just kind of like... Arlo... There's no... As far as Ember being a branch of the authorities goes, there's clearly no doubt in Arlo's mind anymore that they're responsible for everything. He might still be holding out that his Aunt Valerie was the one who killed them, who killed Ray. But, yeah. And honestly, like I said, this might be the best Arlo moment in the series. Also, I really like that Remy is starting to realize, well, hopefully Remy is starting to realize, oh shit, I probably should have listened to Arlo. I probably should have given Arlo a chance. Granted, like I said, I totally understand why Remy wasn't wanting to. I totally understand that. Arlo was avoiding her for a bit, then Remy was avoiding Arlo for a bit. Both sides, I totally understand their points of why they weren't wanting to talk. Remy didn't leave her last interaction with Arlo very good either. She literally told him, your aunt's a fucking murderer. And Arlo was just like, whoa, relax. That's my family, man. You can't talk about my family like that. We're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, that will be it for today. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the episode down below in the comments. Question of the day. What's the question of the day? Question of the day is going to be, or not to be, that is the question. See ya, Felipe. Question of the day is going to be, all right, Arlo pointed out, Vaughn is keeping the authorities at bay, so Remy, Blyke, and Ison have some time before shit really hits the fan for them. What do you think the trio's plan's going to be at that point? That's question of the day. What do you think the trio's next move is? Not in reference to like when they're gonna, what their next vigilante stuff's gonna be. Like, what do you think they're gonna do when the authorities do come for them? Like I said, I still don't think that they're going to run into them. Or sorry, I still don't think that they're going to go to Doc. I think that's way too risky for Doc. And in fairness, they're not really Doc's problem. Now, I think Doc is willing to... Okay. Unless the trio does become part of the Spectre team, like we got to take down Spectre when the time comes, maybe they'll get hit up. But honestly, in the meantime, I don't know. I feel like them going to Doc would put way too much of a risk on Doc, Layla, and Sarah especially. So we're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, that'll be it for this reaction. Let me know what you guys all thought down below in the comments. So as always, everyone, see you.